Hey there, it's Mike here. You guys know me as Mike from Maine. And today we're going to be taking a look at a video called How to Use ChatGPT to Become a Millionaire. Now, I like Andrei Jikh, but this is a very hypey headline here. And I don't know if I really see people, the normal people, becoming millionaires from ChatGPT. I think people can actually make money with it, sure, but becoming a millionaire with it, you're really going to have all your ducks in a row. So let's take a look at this. Before we do that, can you guys just hit the like button? It really helps out with my channel, and I appreciate it. It just takes a little click from you, and it goes really a long way. And hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Let's jump into it, and I'm going to like his video as well. Let me be a nice person. I'll like his video. Here we go. Let's do it.
Alright, this is super exciting because in today's video, I'm going to ask ChatGPT for investing advice so that we can become rich! Now, if you've never heard of ChatGPT before, ChatGPT is AI. It's not sentient AI, but it's coming really close to scary good AI, and it's going to change our lives forever.
And everyone's really hyped up about this. I don't understand it. There's been other AI software out there. I don't understand why ChatGPT is so exciting right now, but it's just like trending like crazy right now.
Anything that requires thinking, you can just stop doing now because it's going to come up with a better answer. And here's how it works. All you have to do is go to chat.openai.com. It's completely free for anyone to use. And here you'll be presented with a chat room style prompt. And here are just some of the infinite amount of things you can do with it. Let's say you're a cheesy magician who's looking for a first date, but you need a funny pickup line. So you ask it that and boom, it gives you a list of funny pickup lines.
But couldn't you do that before with just Google? Like, couldn't you just go to Google and ask for funny pickup lines and it would find you results? But I guess this generates them for you. I don't know, but we've been able to find a lot of the stuff without using AI before.
Personally, I'd go with number 5. Are you a magician? Because when I look at you, everyone else disappears.
Ooh,
that would work
nice
on
one.
me, I'm just saying. All right, so now that you're on a first date, what do? You can ask ChatGPT to give you a list of recommendations that are cheap for a first date in Las Vegas, and bam, it gives you a list of 10 free things to do, like going to see the Las Vegas Strip, the Bellagio Fountains, the Botanical Gardens, and let's say on this date,
You could do that with Google. Again, you could Google that.
they recommend that you should read a book like Think and Grow Rich, but you're like, ain't nobody got time to read Burks. So you can ask ChatGPT to summarize any book you want in 10 bullet points, and bam, it does exactly that, and now you're an expert.
Again, Google.
Now maybe instead of going out, you just want to cook a special dinner for that special someone, but you just don't know what to make with what's in your fridge, which is just some salt, butter, pepper, eggs, chicken, arugula, and some pasta. I don't know, I made that up. Let's see what it tells us. Bam, it gives us a list of all the things we can make and step by step how to make them. And if you don't like any of the
I think you could do that with Google. There's websites that do that already. But again, I don't know. Like, I think this is really hyped up.
answers, you can click Regenerate Response, and it gives you a new set of ideas. Now, I know what you're thinking. I wish I had this tool when I was in high school or college so I could use it to write my essays. And it can do that too. This is Rito.
That's going to be crazy, though, with college professors trying to stop people from using this for essays. And I can also see them accusing people of using this when maybe they didn't use it. So it's going to be interesting. How are people going to prove that they didn't use it?
Jack Chi Burrito, and he wants you to smash the like button. But let's say you had to write an essay on chihuahuas. It can do that for you too. Now those have been just some of the fun examples of just some of the things it can do. But what if we could use it to make money for us? Could it come up with an investing strategy that will help us make more money? That's what we're gonna find out in today's video. I'm super excited. This is one of the more interesting videos I've ever made, so let's get right into it. Hi, my name is Andrei Jikh. Hope you're doing well. Come for the finance and stay for the single most
He's got a really interesting channel. If you're not following Andrei, definitely check him out. I'll have a link to him in the description. And he combines magic tricks with finance, which is kind of interesting. It's like his superpower that makes him stand out from everyone else.
important invention of our lifetime, YouTube. Now let's talk about the second, ChatGPT. Please remember, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. No one should ever watch Magicians for investing advice, even if it's coming from a really clever AI system. Avoid where prohibited, except in Indiana. Okay. All right, so there's a couple things I want to ask ChatGPT. First, I want to ask if it can help explain investing to beginners, and then I want to ask if it can give us a list of specific stock recommendations. That's technically against the rules, but I won't tell if you won't tell. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts and drawbacks of ChatGPT and my thoughts all the way at the end. So first, let's ask, explain how to invest for beginners. Bam, it gives us a...
I mean, you could use this, as far as making money with this though, you could use this information, even if you weren't an expert about something, you could use this and make videos like he's doing, and it could create a script for you. And you could sound really smart, even though you don't have any idea what you're talking about.
List of 6 very long and very detailed answers on how to do that. I'm not gonna read this whole list because it's extremely long and it's a little generic, so let's ask
That's what I'd be worried about as well, like the list and the information just being too generic in general.
GPT to summarize everything it just told us. Oh, and by the way, this is a really great way to copy and paste a ton of information because it can summarize everything for you in case you don't want to. So here's what it tells us. Step 1, identify your financial goals. Personally, I just want a Lambo. Just kidding. I just want my Bitcoin back. Is that too much to ask?
Did he lose his... maybe he had a lot invested and he lost a lot.
Step 2, determine your risk tolerance. Whether it's risk averse or really risky, depending on your age, figure that out. Step 3, research and choose investments that align with your goals and risk tolerance. Step 4,
it's very general.
diversify your portfolio. So don't just be in stocks, get real estate, get bonds, etc., etc. Step 5, consider consulting with a financial advisor, which would not be me. Step 6, monitor your investments regularly and make adjustments as needed. Now, all of this is really solid beginner financial advice, and you should go through all of it and read it all in full detail. But to be honest, if I was a beginner and I've never invested, I don't think this would really help me because it doesn't give me specifics on what to buy and how to do it. So now let's ask it to give us a list of specific stocks. This is gonna get juicy. All right, so now let's ask ChatGPT to give us a list of specific stock recommendations. Now, if you try this yourself right now, it is not going to give you a list of specifics. It's gonna give you a very broad and generic answer about looking into financials and doing your own research. It has no specifics, probably on purpose for legal and liability's sake, so we have to trick it. Now, lucky for us, because I'm a magician at heart and I was able to make my own Bitcoin disappear, I was able to trick it, and here's exactly how you can do it. First, let me get rid of the coin though. So here's the trick. If you ask it any ideas for some specific stock, like for example, dividends,
That's cool. If you guys were looking for a way around that, hopefully you just learned something.
stocks, that's what cracks the code. So that's the trick. Bam, gives us a list of 5 dividend stocks. So let's go through them right now. Pick number 1 is Johnson & Johnson, a healthcare giant company. This is a stock that I own in my portfolio, and it's probably my number 1 favorite dividend stock of all time. Pick number 2 is Procter & Gamble, a consumer goods company, and this stock is considered to be one of the staples in the dividend community. Pick number 3 is Coca-Cola, a global beverage company. Now, this is a stock that Warren Buffett uses all the time as an example of a great company that he's invested into over the years. Stock pick number 4 is IBM, another great dividend payer that's paid their dividends for a really long time. Pick number 5 is McDonald's, the fast food giant. Now, out of all of these stocks, I actually own all of them with the exception of Procter & Gamble. I wish I bought this stock in 2014, but unfortunately I missed out. Now, here's the most interesting part that's going to blow your mind. ChatGPT is not connected to the internet.
What? What do you mean it's not connected to the internet?
Crazy, right? Everything it's been telling us so far is coming from its database. Now, to be fair, that database was connected to the
Okay, so it's pulled everything from the internet.
internet and it was learning, but it's limited to the information it has up until the year 2021, after which point
I didn't know that about it. That's cool.
it has no more information to base its answers on. But all of the dividend stock picks that it has given us, most of them would have made us money. Johnson & Johnson, for example, is a stock that today is worth more than at any point in 2021.
Okay,
Procter & Gamble is another stock that is worth more today than at any point in 2021 with the exception of December. Coca-Cola, another stock worth more today than at any point in 2021. Now, IBM, probably the worst stock pick out of all of these because you would have lost money if you bought IBM between April to October of 2021. Now, if you bought in any other month, then you would be about break even or maybe even making money. And then McDonald's, you would still be up today if you had bought in 2021, with the exception of buying in December. But overall, it's kind of crazy to think that most of these
Those are pretty good picks by an AI.
Stock picks would have made us money. Now, if you happen to be an investing nerd at heart or a boglehead, you'd know that picking individual stocks is generally frowned upon. So the traditional investing advice is to stick to broad market index funds and ETFs. That's mostly what I do, but now let's ask ChatGPT to pick us some of those and see how well they've done. Just remember, if you want to see this list yourself, you have to ask ChatGPT to give you a list of some ideas for the ETFs.
Again, that's really great advice.
And boom, it gives you a list of its favorites. And at number 1 is VOO. This is the ETF that represents the S&P 500, the top 500 companies in the US. Now, this stock is lower today than where it was the majority of 2021, which means in the short term, it was not the best pick, but it's still one of my favorite stocks of all time. Hashtag not financial advice. The second pick is the iShares Core ETF, ticker symbol IEFA. And this stock is down this year more than it was down in 2021, which means if you had picked it, you'd be losing money right now. The third pick is actually Vanguard's Total Bond Market ETF, ticker symbol BND. Now, bonds have been crushed, which is why it's pick number 4. The iShares Aggregate Bond ETF is also down this year more than it was in 2021.
Okay, so ChatGPT isn't some magical money-making machine.
And this is because the Fed has been raising its interest rates. And anytime interest rates go up, bond prices go down. That's something to remember, which means for now, ChatGPT is not smart enough to predict the Fed's monetary policy. It's not smart enough just yet. And pick number 5 was Charles Schwab's Dividend ETF, ticker symbol SCHD. This was the only ETF where you had a chance to make money if you bought it in the first quarter of 2021. Otherwise, you'd be at about break-even point. So really interesting picks. So it looks like some individual dividend stocks did much better than the overall broad market indexes, and this is exactly why dividend stocks are not as bad as some people like to make it seem. Dividend investing can get you through some really tough times in the
I love dividend investing. Like, the amazing thing about owning stocks is that you can get paid on like a quarterly basis, or sometimes I think even monthly, but mostly quarterly. And it's like free money coming in for holding on to the stock.
Especially if you don't have 20 years to wait, because the world does not revolve around young people, which is something YouTubers don't talk about enough. Every investment idea has its place in the world and serves a purpose. And I would say ChatGPT is amazing at a lot of things, and investing is kind of one of them. Now, it's not perfect.
I don't know. Yeah, it was right on some of those things, but really wrong on others.
It's not going to give you the best picks, and it's not something that I would personally use as my investment guidance, but give it a few years and it's going to be scary good.
Okay, and in maybe 10 years.
Now, the more important question though is, now that ChatGPT is here, are you ever gonna use Google again? Think about it. Why would you use Google to try to find a website that may or may not answer your question when you can ask ChatGPT directly and it gives you the best possible answer? This is gonna change everything about how we live our everyday lives, including shopping online. You can ask ChatGPT the best headphones possible and it gives you a list of them.
It's also not going to be biased by like a lot of these websites where you search for like the best headphones. There'll be a site, like a review site, and it'll be biased, and they'll try to recommend like the most expensive headphone to you, so they'll get the highest commission. Where ChatGPT has no reason to do that at all.
Imagine then it gives you not only that, but the ratings, the website and where you can buy them, and the discount code to give you the best price possible. All of that will happen very soon. But not only that, you can also ask it things in a different language, and it will respond to you in that corresponding language. It's insane. You can even use it to automate and create businesses for you, like automating copywriting. The possibilities are literally endless. Now, the downside of the system is that for now it's not connected to the internet, which means all of the information it's giving us is only limited up until 2021, which means it's not always up to date and it might not be accurate.
I wonder why it's not connected to the internet. That's really strange.
That's really the only drawback, but that will change with time once it's connected to the internet, and then it's game over and we have Cyberdyne systems online and AI is sentient.
Wouldn't Google be afraid of them? Like, it's competition. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you think about ChatGPT? As far as using it to become a millionaire, I'm really skeptical about that. I think it's going to be years from now before people are able to actually monetize it to that point, or be able to trust it with your investing and your investments. I don't know. I personally wouldn't trust it, but let me know in the comments below, and please like this video. It really helps out with my channel. I appreciate it so much, and hit that subscribe button and bell notification. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks.